it's Shapes and welcome to another expedition of the Anime Encyclopedia. Oh my god. We are here. We are so back. I'm gonna have it here, but then, like, very in my face. So, but then the mic's over here, you know? Hello, Kinoko. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Gotta have it like this or something. Gotta drink as well. Oh my god. Holy crap. Hello, Greg. Hello, Veal. Well, you know, I love the boy, and I'm just from where the camera is right at this moment, because there's like sunbeams on the rest of the thing. It's fine. Uh-huh. So here we are. Already got it pulled up. The next one. Sunny boarding house. But like, you know, there's not much to how much left for this session? 50. 50 articles. That's it. And we're done for S. Finally, the real Shapes is on screen. Hey, Push Boy, it's good to see you. Finally, I usually stream like this. I know you would know. You're not usually, you don't pop in normally, but it's good to see you. But video is out yesterday. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And the next one's already recorded and already starting to be edited, like audio-wise. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I want it to be under 30, but it's gonna be cutting it kind of close. I probably like it's probably gonna be around 25 minutes, 25 minutes, and then there's a 5-minute A&P at the end. At least that's the plan, and that's for June. What are the bangers for today? I don't know. I've already I mean, I don't have to count because this is it. It's just these 50. But I'll scroll quickly, I guess. I'll duplicate this tab and then so I don't have to like scroll back and find where it was at. Let's see. Studio Sunrise. Super Mario Brothers. A lot of Super. A lot of Super. Super Sonico. Toshio Suzuki. Sweet Blue Flowers. Sword Art Online. Sword for Truth. Sword of the Stranger. Symphogear. That's it. For the, you know, highlights. Music is loud. I haven't I haven't done Cold Steel in a long time. So I'm not used to the mixes, I think. Oh boy, can't wait for Super Sonica. I said it out loud. I was like, maybe I don't like that one. I said this one specifically that like high profile or you'd be interested. I just rewatched season 1 of SAO too. Nice. Nitty just doing the whole SAO rewatch, like going through and getting through like Alicization and shit. The movies and stuff. Big franchise now. Alternative. I don't know if Alternative's out by now. I have no idea. Don't follow it. Okay, Sunny Boarding House. I just gonna want to get right the fuck into it. This is from 1987, so I have to pull the book out. Yoink. Oh, yoink. Oh, yoink. Yep, there it is. Sunny Boarding House. Oh, this is an Adachi. It's Yo Atari Ryoko, I think. I think it's Adachi? Am I mistaking the right one? I think it's something else. Sorry. Yes, by Mifumi Yamazaki and Mitsuru Adachi. I was right. Wow, alright, gonna spoil the movie finale. Thanks. Very cool. Really don't have to do that, but okay. Oh, this is... Oh, yeah, that's spoilers. I haven't done short and long too much. Okay. No, at all. I'm not gonna use this one. It's, Yo Atari Rio Go. The finale movie. Kind of like Kim Gure. Not much else to say. I'm just checking the third edition now. No change. Recently learned the simple gyro is cheese done by a non-Japanese person. Nice. Just like they always bring up how a show ends when it comes to spoilers. Yeah, I don't know. There was things to talk about. It's a fairly sized article. Like, look how long this is. You know, like, this is a decent size. It's, that and that. Like, it's not a tiny article. All of this. They don't have to mention it. They can say that there's a finale. It's a finale movie. They don't have to say how the movie fucking ends. But then they do, and then they do say that though credited to Kisaburo Sugi, the bulk of the movie was actually a directorial debut for Kimiharu Ono, Sugi's assistant on Tale of Genji. And like, that's an interesting tidbit. That's good. But you don't have to fucking spoil it. I don't know. Sunrise. This is a little weird. Not too weird, but it has worked on numerous other giant robot shows. So, like, their biggest work is Gundam, but they've worked on numerous other giant robot shows, as well as Dirty Pair, City Hunter, Outlaw Star, and My Hime. And they mention Outlaw Star, but not Bebop. It's interesting. Not a big deal though. It continues to refashion and update the real robot tradition. So they do codify real robot and giant robot in Super Robot. Let me just type Super Robot. Real robots largely replace the super robots of earlier genre shows like Mazinger. Yep, they do codify real robot and super robot in here. I'm just gonna make a trend of that. Sunset Guardsmen. Hope they talk about Love Live in the new edition. We'll see. I don't know if they'll ever do a new edition of Encyclopedia, But there is a second edition of Anime History coming out by Clements in September. So that is something to look forward to for sure. Probably going to read it. Yuyake Bancho. Honestly, I'm actually kind of interested in that. Gotta go watch more Bancho series. Yo, Nico, good to see you. Super addictive. Don't wait a minute. Yeah, I don't think there's a difference. Okay, just the synopsis and it's from 1994, but there's no. I don't see it in the first edition. I'm gonna look in the back. Chokusei. See it. Heart mark? Let's try heart mark. Heart mark. Heart. An Italian schoolboy hard-boiled heart mark. Heart mark. 167. Yep, there it is. Okay, let me just double check about. I'm sure I've already made mention of it in the main thing, but move changed heart mark to super addictive. Yeah. Let me just read this just in case. Yeah, no change. Alright. Super Atragon from 1995. Bigger article for them. Takes up a whole column. sheesh, they basically said nothing. They were just talking about the plot mostly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no change really. Okay. How's life been? It's been good. Very busy, but that's how I like it. Feels very productive, and every day is something. I do stuff, and feels productive, yeah. And I'm getting what I want accomplished. Accomplished is really the big thing. I'm not at the moment, at least for the moment, I'm not choking on any on all my responsibilities and letting anything down. Except for one. There is one thing coming up that I really don't know how I'm gonna do it. Unfortunately, I don't really know how AnyTube Digest is gonna go, because I'm moving in to camp on the 1st. But I did just get I did just have somebody canceled on me tomorrow, and it's the 31st. So I mean, I could just do that. That might just be a blessing in disguise there. I think that might be the play. In that case, everything's going well. Pretty much. I'm guessing y'all did Mayoi Neko Overrun last week. Yeah, that's a familiar one. Where did they say? The 13th episode is a compilation summarizing the series, an important aid when you consider that all 12 episodes were directed, storyboarded, and animated by different people. The lack of consistency generated by this approach is frequently confusing. What? What? Yeah, that was one of the most bizarre things they said that reading. Oh my god. What do you mean? Yeah, that's what they said about that one, Raj. I will never forget that quote. I've never heard of this show. It will always be associated with that for me now. Oh, I think I know what they mean. Yes. We looked into the staff, yes, because it's a series director is different every episode. And that's not episode director either. There's a series director, and sometimes it's also the episode director, but sometimes the episode director is different from the series one. And like, that's interesting. But you don't say it like this. You know, it's a little not it. Thought the last stream was last for a while. Oh yeah, this is the last one. This is it. For a while. I know what you mean. I know what they meant once I looked into it, but like, reading it like that is like, no. Do you know? Do you know that most anime do this? Like what? It also explains why they don't like Space with Dandy. Gives you a reason for that, for sure. Anyway, Super Baby from 1994. Wow, alright. Not gonna mention that it's directed and scripted by Junichi Sato? Find that kind of interesting. No change. Oh, they. One of the few theatrical outings so forgettable as to never get a release on video. Actually dismissive. Like, actually. That does make me wonder, though. I guess it's lost media then. $1994. Yeah, that is what I was expecting, I guess. There is Super Kid from 1996. Wait. That's not what I think it is. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, there's a A&N page on it. But I think the only the only staff that are on it are in the Encyclopedia. I'm not gonna lie, that looks like Taisho from Ako-chan. Oh! Come on! Oh, window, is it this? Eh. Yeah, that looks like Taisho from Kimitsu no Ako-chan. Isn't that interesting? It's in the corner there. It was probably aired during the Toei Fest. This looks like one of their festival showings. You know, Sailor Moon and Tsubasa as well. I think wait, that's not Tsubasa, sorry. Shuto. Isn't that interesting? The Manabu Ono episode classic. Show itself based around the fact they're part of his club and Shisei the Ojima. So each episode can feel very off the wall because they can be based around different theming. Nothing on AB. Also, sometimes the characters in Mayoi Neko can feel kind of inconsistent between episodes. I think the main character relationship with one episode feels like they take a step back. Once you know the theming is loosely around these sorts of club activities, it becomes easier to follow. I think an ending on Junichi Sato's episode creates this heartfelt note to conclude on. I actually don't think I've ever seen a recap since I don't think it was released on the home release. Just TV broadcast. Interesting. But you see, you actually learn about the show that way. Just boiling it down to like, they're all made by different people. Like, do you understand how that comes off? Yeah, all right. Can move on. But like, you can frame it as like, this movie never got a home release. But you can't, I don't know why you need to go out of your way to be like, this was so forgettable, it never got a video release. Like, I know that that's what you're trying to say, is that the fact that it never got a video release, and that's interesting, and it's lost to time. But like, why do you gotta put it in the mud like this? Especially the fact you definitely haven't seen it in that case. Like, you're just making an assumption based on the cover art or something that, oh, it's forgettable. Huh. You know? Like, it's that attitude that just really bothers me. I see they were positive about Strange Dawn. It's a favorite of mine. Yeah. Super Gals. 2001. It is not in the first edition. That's okay. Aw, that's all they say about it? Isn't it? Wait, this is the one I'm thinking of it, right? Yeah, aw. Literally all they say is the synopsis and then based on a manga. Nothing. Very tiny article. Tomcat never got a video release. Yeah, no, exactly. That's the thing. I neither did Sazai-san, but they suck Sazai-san's dick all the time. Not as long as Sazai-san! You know? Super goats. Yeah, sorry. Didn't get anything. Superjetter, 1965. Okay. They just kind of list his powers and stuff. Tokyo Tomore! He has a device that can stop time for 30 seconds. Super Kuma-san. Super Gallus has a slap in OP. There's also shows where like half of it will get a Japanese release and then they won't finish it like Beautiful Joe anime. Wow. Super Kuma-san from 2003. Cool. It won the first Animax screenplay contest in 2002. Nice. Super Mario Brothers. Are they going to talk about? Yes, they do. So they do. They have the movie, and they have the Armada series that I covered in the 1989 video series with Core. They could spend some time talking about Gyaru culture or something. Come on. You know what? At the same time, Hayden, I'm okay with them not talking. You know, that's all you need to say. But that's the thing, right? It is unfortunate where it's like they go into so much detail and, you know, dive into so deep about Super Atragon, and then Gals gets nothing. Nothing. I group watched Kuma-san a long time ago. That was kind of eerie and creepy. The Princess Rescue one? I'm not sure what you mean. Kuma-san. Super Mario Brothers. Italian plumber Mario is playing a computer game when Princess Peach calls out to him from the screen, begging him for help. He dives in to help save her from the evil turtle tribe, aided by his loyal brother Luigi. He must head for the game's Mushroom Land, there to seek advice from the Mushroom Sage. Released on the same day as Running Boy, hence tied in the race to become the first anime based in a video game. Wait, you always mention this one as like, it's not the first one to become a video game adaptation. See Super Mario Brothers. But then you say it's like, it is actually tied with this other anime, Running Boy. I'm just reading Running Boy's article right now. One of the first self-indulgent gaming tie-in. One of the first in the self-indulgent gaming tie-in genre. I'll just make sure I make a note of that. I don't know if I did in the R section when I listed Running Boy. If I mentioned that in odd choices. I'm gonna check right now. Sorry, give me a second. R? Running. Yeah, I did write that down. Maybe because it's literally just trapped in a video game, because it reads as game tie-ins be self-indulgent. Yeah, it does read that way. Okay. Released same day as Running Boy, hence tied in the race to become the first anime based on a video game. You definitely make it sound like it's the first elsewhere. Super Mario Bros. Features the lovable character who first appeared in Nintendo's hit game Donkey Kong. A slightly different plot involving the character's efforts to save Princess Daisy from dinosaurs
would form the basis for Rocky Morton's live-action Super Mario Bros., starring Bob Hoskins. The franchise also returned as a short-lived 3-part video anime in 1989, pointlessly retelling the fairy tales of Momotaro, Snow White, and Rumpelstiltskin. It's not Rumpelstiltskin. I'm pretty sure it's not. No, it's like Thumbelina. It's like Thumbelina. It's not Rumpelstiltskin. But with the cast of the game in Super Mario Bros. 3. The online Japanese movie database also contains a cryptic reference to a 21-minute film called Super Mario Bros. 2, written and starring one Jimmy Kobayashi. However, we have been unable to determine what it is. Oh, they should cover Mario Fire Safety and the Lost Mario Traffic Safety Special. Yeah. I thought Armada series was pretty poor, though. Armada sucks. Armada's so bad. I may or may not like Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach more than the Illumination movie. That's fair. I think it would even take a bad article over a nothing one. I guess so. Although I guess it did air close to the release of the book. No, it did. That Super Gals was not in the first edition. They completely missed it. And then it's only in the 3rd edition from 2015. You know? So like with One Piece, they didn't know what it was. Right, but then it's like, there's other titles. Spirited Away, for example. Completely revised article because it was like a short, it hadn't come out quite yet. And then, of course, big fucking article afterwards. Mario Brothers: A Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach. It's the one a fan restored on YouTube, is it? Yeah, I mean, Kinoko Video. I'm mutuals with them, and they helped cover. They talked in. They were in my. They were in my You Should Buy Anime video, and like I work with one of them professionally. One of them works for Discotech. I love that Rescue Princess Peach anime. Super Mario is 10. We're going to this. Thank you. Is it one of those fairy tales about a baby and an egg or something? No. What happens in the second one is he's like very tiny. Mario is like born very, very small and tiny, and he like uses like a sewing needle as a sword, and then he just goes on a journey, and then he meets some like bigger person and like Peach and Bowser, and he beats Bowser as tiny, and that's it. Yeah. Let me just read the first edition just in case. Maybe just in case, because that's the thing. They added something. They did add towards the end. Added Japan movie database listing of Super Mario Bros. 2 1986, but unable to determine what it is. As long as Mario is still voiced by Amuro. Yeah, the Armada series, he is voiced by Amuro. It still sucks. Yeah, isn't there a Momotaro segment of that one Mario? Yeah, no, it's Momotaro, Thumbelina, and Snow White, the Armada series. Did they mention the Mario and Kirby crossover? No, not in this article, at least. Okay, Super Milk John, 1998. Okay, they just describe it. Takes a little while, but they do. Yeah. Checking the 3rd edition. No change. More like Super Kino-chan. Nice. The music is so ominous. Oh, it's yeah, it's this mix of Cold Steel, and I enjoy it a lot. I like it for ending a. It's a tradition we've started of using this mix to end a letter. I love Milk Chan as one of my favorite aesthetics. It feels so nostalgic. It's like stopping by one of those Asian supermarkets in my area. I've seen the English dub of this. So weird. Weirdly slow show. The 4 Tire Brothers will never leave me. Super Pig. 1994. It's a somewhat original take on the magical girl genre of Little Witch Sally. It's not Sally. It's not Sally. Because the girl transforms into a pig. She receives magical powers from a pig. Of all the magical girls, she gets the roughest deal, since instead of transforming her into a curvy, long-legged singing idol or magician, so not Sally. Not Sally. Sally does not do... She hardly transforms. Cub is usually the one... I've said this before on the stream. But, like, Sally hardly transforms. She sometimes, like, changes her outfit with, like, if she's getting out of pajamas, she just does this, and she's regular clothes, and she just has one fit. The same fit, of course. But, like, she doesn't transform. Hardly. Hardly. This is Akko. You need to be... It's a more an original take of Akko-chan. Because that is a funny thing that she turns into a pig and everything. It's funny. But, like, you gotta be... You really... It's so annoying. It's so annoying. And it's like, oh, it's because Sally came out first. It didn't. It actually... It technically didn't. Akko came out as a manga before Sally. Sally got an anime first. That's it. But that doesn't mean Sally owns the genre. That doesn't mean Gundam owns the mecha genre. Or anything that starts first, Star of the Giants, aim for the ace. They don't own anything. I was saying Greg, I saw Greg's posts of screen caps in Definitive Anime Chat for Tenchi Muyo. That shit looks gorgeous. I'm so pissed that, like, Tenchi is just known as being the only, like, the harem genre. Oh, it started the whole harem thing. When, like, that's a gorgeous show. That's really beautiful. That looks really good. There's something to be said about that. I mean, when I'm kind of gathering about it, like, from the periphery, and again, from those screen caps and stuff, it's that, like, it's really different. You know, like, there's not a lot of harem anime that have this supernatural sci-fi twist to them in the same way. And this kind of mix, this interesting mix of sci-fi with nature, like there's like shrines and like the Japanese countryside, you know? Not too many have that interesting contrast, I think. It's just sucks that like they boil them down to these like, it's the first one or whatever. Like Alien Girlfriends, Urusei Yatsura. It's not all about alien girlfriends. It's just not. You watch the show, there's plenty of episodes about other characters that have nothing to do with, you know, it's an alien girlfriend in Wade's house, you know, like, give the show some fucking nuance, please. I wish Super Pig was subbed. Oh, yeah. It does sound like fun. That all being said, it does sound like fun. I'm gonna put it in Now Interested. I've never heard of it. How many episodes is it? 51. Wow. I'm gonna look at the visuals for it. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I've seen this one around. That's cool. That seems like fun. Tonde Burin. Oh, yeah. Very shoujo. Very shoujo. Is it Digipaint? It's like very bright cell. I think it's cell, but like, yeah, it's definitely cell. But at first, I don't know, there's something about it that looks really, that looks Digipaint. That absolutely looks, wait a minute. 94? It's close. It could be. Probably not, but like, yeah. It's got our friends there. That's fun. Yeah, that just looks like a lot of fun. Damn. Super Picnic is getting subbed just very slowly. That's fair. That's good. Looks neat. The girl looks like the girl in Saint Tail. She does. Looks Saturday Morning Bull of Syria Core. Absolutely. Fox Kids? It's dubbed by Saban. No shit. Yeah, it looks pretty good. At least the character designs and stuff. That's gotta be the same character designer. Hold on. That's gotta be the same character designer as Saint Tail. Hold on. Hiromi Kato did character designs for the very short movie. And Azuma, just the key animation for OP. He's mostly a animation guy. Animation character design. I don't recognize too. Oh, there you go. I just watched this show. Let's fucking go. Oh, it's this guy. Planning. This was his baby. He's not the director, I don't think. No, that's Nishikori. I think it's technically his original creator. Original concept is Nishi. That's okay. It's Nishikori's baby. I'm sorry. But planning is, you know, something. That's great. All right. Yeah. That's what's familiar about him. But where's Saint Tail? I'm just scanning it slowly. Kobudo character designer. I mean, obviously it's Clamp, but still. Valueless to Hamlin movie specifically. Wow. All right. Yeah, it looks great. But goddamn it, silly. I'm just gonna make a odd note and make a point here. Somewhat original take on the magical girl genre of Little Witch Sally. It's not Sally. Sally doesn't own the genre just because it started it. This is much more of an Akko thread. Sally doesn't transform. She just doesn't. I would have never known. Character design. I feel like I saw it on someone's notebook in elementary school. I'm watching it raw. I watched it raw for a project. Nice. Nishikori never got the recognition he deserved. For sure. He tries to pretend Gadgar doesn't exist. Sally doesn't own the genre. It doesn't own the genre. Sally owns Sheesh.
Sally owns, comma, sheesh. Comma's the Spider-Man holding the bus back. Although Kirby was Fox era. Yep. Okay, yeah, I was the forecast box up. Okay, Super Robot Galat. It is in the book. First book. Whatever. They made this weird comment, and I'm like, it's not really a big deal. No change. Super Robot Wars 2005. I'm gonna eat mine. Some fruit-flavored snacks. It's not fruit-flavored, they're Cheez-Its. I'm interested. A new subbed episode of Burry. Obviously, man, I wish I watched more Magical Girl this year, but it definitely fell through. I was saying at the beginning of the stream, nothing's fallen through, and it definitely, some of it definitely has. But that's okay. In favor of me actually making videos, I say that's a W. That sounds like a W to me. It'll still manifest into its own video. It's fine. I'll finish. Hopefully. Whatever. Yeah, but I really do wish I watched more Magical Girl this year. I was just stupid. I was just stupid. You know what? What really worked for me was putting the one episode a day of like these other shows like Trigun and Gungrave and Steins Gate and all that. Probably gonna set a Magical Girl to one of those. Yeah, just finish a couple. At the very least, I wanted to do the 4 that I had set down. Really wanted to do Saint Tail, Kaito-John, Futariwa, Cutie Honey, and maybe even Fun Fun Pharmacy. I want to see if I can still get those done. I really don't know. That'll be tough. I think I can do it. I just have to actually get the other. I just have to get Sally and Akko and Sailor Moon done, though. Still early in the year, friend. Yeah, it's halfway through the year, though. You know, if I did my schedule right, if I actually kept to my schedule, I would have been done with all of Sally and all of Akko and all of Sailor Moon by now. But instead, I worked on videos, and I've put out fucking 7 videos this year, like 7 full ones, like A and B's. There's like 1 A and B and 1 update video, but like 2 of those are 90 minutes. 2 of those videos are 90 minutes, and I don't know. The others are bangers. I think I've really liked my outfit so far, and it's gonna keep going. All right, made in time for Super Robot Wars. Yeah, I'm about to read it. I'll read it out loud for you to be interested. Hey, we're good. A series of robots built as an alien defense project cause more trouble than they are worth when they go rogue. Lesser human interface models go into combat against them. Whichever way you want to dress it up, this means robots fighting again. But this time, what do you mean again? This is just, it's a show. It's the show. It's not in the context. Stop. It's not again. This isn't a sequel. Don't do that. Don't bring that attitude in, please. Please. This means robots fighting again, but this time the reason for... I'm putting pauses because they put commas in. But this time the reason for the cliche... The cliche? Excuse you? Oh, so cliche, robots fighting. Yeah. Humans having conversation. What a cliche. Like, what do you mean? Good lord.
is that this is a spin-off of a series of games, specifically Super Robot Wars Original Generation, that were made in a pastiche of the robot shows of the past and featured cameo appearances by many famous anime machines and pilots. So it is not derivative and disposable nonsense then. Because it would have had fucking robots fighting? What attitude is this? Shut the fuck up. However, oh my god, insufferable. This story takes place after the second release in the game series and restricts itself to robots and characters specifically created for the game, doubtless for copyright and licensing reasons. Yeah. But then there's another article. They did it again. They absolutely did this again. I'm just checking. Yeah, no, they absolutely just did that. They've done this several times. I don't know how. I don't know how this happens. I think they kept the second edition article in, and like, look at this. This is the article I just read, and then the next page. 2005, Origin Generation the Animation, directed by Jun Kawagoe, 3 30-minute episodes, but like there's more. This is 27 3-minute episodes, and then a 25-episode show, and then another 25-episode show. Like, you just put the entry in twice. What the hell? Of course, they got a crap on it. People who talk about cliches have the most cliche discourse. Talk politics, of course. What are the robots supposed to do? I know, right? They'd be like, well, in pat labor. Yeah, but they also fight in pat labor. You know that, right? Good lord. I keep going with Nurse Angel Regress a Wish and watch more Sally. Yeah. James is on a roll with videos and see it. Yeah. Watch your Madhouse video at lunch. It was good. Thank you. Dark Sequin entry again. Alright, let's figure out what this one is now. A military... So it's completely revised, so I think it is, yeah. A military demonstration goes badly wrong when the latest mass-produced giant robot models, the Bartol, run amok and attack the assembled bigwigs. An evil mastermind is controlling them, and as his remote operating system uses human bodies for parts, he has no incentive to keep the carnage down. The pilots of the Earth Federation army have to stop him before he and his metal army become unbeatable. This slice of mind candy for giant robot fanatics presents every trope and trick of the super robot genre in a classy-looking, nicely animated slam fest that keeps the pedal to the metal in a series of spectacular set pieces. Changed opinion, I guess. Or it's definitely a completely different person. Oh my god. I just want to read the fucking first one again. Just the synopsis again. A series of robots built as an alien defense project cause more trouble than they are worth when they go rogue. Lesser, human interfaced models go into combat against them. Whichever way you want to dress it up, this means robots fighting again. Like, they interrupt themselves to be like, yeah, it's just robots fighting. You know, like, they're sick of it. And then this one actually takes it seriously, gives the character, you know, the latest mass-produced giant robot, the Bartol, run amok and attack the assembled bigwigs. An evil mastermind is controlling them. They're actually taking it seriously. You know? For those less invested in huge robots, there's not much to hold the attention. And to the critical eye, the designs are more generic than iconic. But if big shiny toys fighting over other big shiny toys is your thing, this show delivers exactly what it says on the cover. You were perfectly fine earlier. And I'm not saying you gotta suck the dick of every anime you talk about, but like, give it respect. You know, give a proper synopsis, as you did in this second article, not the first one. Talk about what it has, what it does, you know, and if you have a positive thing to say about it, then say it. But if you don't have a positive thing to say about it,
If it's your job to review the show, then sure, say what you think about it, right? But this is an encyclopedia. It's not a fucking review book. If it was a review book, it doesn't work as one because you don't have a review for nearly half, if not more than half, of these anime in here. Which is it? Instead of complaining about giant robots fighting, seriously, what's the problem? They could be checking the book for duplicate entries. I don't know. I'm gonna be getting the 3rd edition printed. Yeah, for posterity and for being able to see it. But I didn't want to obviously have it for cumbersome reasons. This was just efficient. But maybe, I don't know if it's a print error or it's just if it's just in the digital version, maybe. I don't know. Did they just want to keep both articles? No, an error, I think. The music makes it sound like Shabes' hate is slowly building, about to be unleashed. Ah, yeah. What is this music? Oh, guys, you know what it is. Come on. It's Cold Steel. It's Cold Steel. Don't let me see my analytics, no. I do wonder if those are actually reviews for different Super Robot War anime, but they are confused. I've actually played the game on Steam a little. I now see they ragged on _summer. That one was fun. I thought the way they would constantly have characters moving in the background was pretty distinct and interesting. Soon they got filtered. Filtered! Yeah. Anyway, the show remakes a successful series of role-playing games from Ban Presto, which first appeared in 1991. Since expanded to cover a wide range of devices, including mobile phones, the games are still being released, and the franchise has extended into manga, radio, and music, including live concerts, as well as anime and merchandise. The original concept brought together giant robots from many hit series to fight each other, and mecha originated for the game. Subsequently, anime creators have paid homage to the games in works including Lucky Star, Hayate Combat Butler, and Go Nagai's Mazinger Z. The game Super Robot Wars F Final introduced Mazinger Kaiser, inspired by Nagai's creation and later absorbed into it when Nagai adopted it in his manga as the prototype of all the Mazinger robots. The 2005 series was successful enough that a TV series was followed in 2006 with another in 2010. Super Robot Wars OG Divine Wars has less robot action and more attempt at plot and character, cobbling together bits of plot from more famous robot series, and ignoring the fact that this should be a robot show for people who don't like the politics in Gundam. Why? Why would it be for them? Why? What are you talking about? Cobbling together bits from more famous robot series and ignoring the fact that this should be a robot show for people who don't like the politics in Gundam. Who are you assuming the audience is for? It's another audience contempt. Like, oh, people who like the Super Robot Wars, they probably don't like Gundam. It's got too many politics in it. Like, what? Sounds like they were ripped from GoldenEye. Yeah. It's probably the same sound library. Do they not know what Super Robot genre is? I think they do, but like... Because they've made a distinction. I don't know if they definitely codified Real Robot and Super Robot in here. So, why does it have to be one or the other? The thing. The gradient. It's rare for Bandai to miss the point of its own creations in such a lumpen manner. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's rare for Bandai to miss the point of its own creations in such a... Huh? Is this like Coke versus Pepsi or something? I feel like the politics between real robots and super robots are pretty different, but I haven't seen a lot of mecha. They're not too different. Because it's whatever you want it to be. The robots, what delineates super robot and real robot is the robot themselves. But the super robots can have plenty of politics in them. Sure, why not? It's just a content indicator. You know?
And it's no different, and it's similar nuance with magical girls, like I was talking about earlier with Sally and Akko. You know, there's different avenues and different vibes, but like to lump them all as mecha genre or magical girl genre, you know, it's essentialism. But like, I don't understand. But my issue is that like, what's wrong with that? With Super Robot Wars feeling more like Gundam? What's wrong with that? It's fine. It doesn't like they. It doesn't like. It's not like they clash in a weird way. Hell, I love Gurren Lagann equally. But look, case by case basis. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it was 4 years before they returned to the series in 2010's Super Robot Wars OG The Inspector, where a stunning opening battle sets a standard the rest of the series struggles to match. With 7 designers, including director Obari, and a separate action director credit for Fujio Suzuki on the crew list, the team obviously understands the point of this show. Because of how many of them there are, and there's the fact that there's an action director, like, oh, they clearly understand the point of this show, but they never quite scale the heights of that first fight. One for mecha heads only. Oh. Better. Certainly better than their first article. So bizarre. The games generally have good writing. People call the series stories the best fan fiction for a reason. I was going to watch more mecha shows so that the mecha community would stop gatekeeping me, but I ended up really getting into watching Mahou Shoujo instead. That's fine. Just do both. Well, I don't even know if I could put changed opinion or something. It's kind of just dismissive still. I'll give it mixed, actually. Just based on theirs, like, there's not much to hold people's attention and such. I just have an issue with calling it like the shiny toys. Well, they look like toys, you know, like that analysis. Like complaining about Gundam for having like a white, red, and blue and yellow color palette or something. You know? Why can't they look cool? You know? It's like, but I look like toys. Like, it's like, get out. Leave. Leave that. Like, get fucked. You know? I would much rather than look like colorful than fucking gray robot, you know. It's fine. On Earth? Yeah, that's a ton of dismissive. It's insane. Is it Jinro you're playing? That was Jinro's main theme just now, yes. And then this is from Gundam 00. So I linked it in the chat with the mix I'm using. Side note, you ever heard of aquatic ambience, amazing beauty? Yeah. Oh yeah. It's funny I could see the same about Transformers. Pretty sure they would be annoyed with me for saying that. Oh, of course. Oh my god. So much. It's so bad. So it is not derivative and disposable nonsense then. If big shiny toys fighting over the other big shiny toys is your thing, this show delivers exactly what it says on the cover. I'm just realizing now, I'm probably going to be able to compile a bunch of quotes demonstrating their complete disinterest and like boredom and dismissal of mecha anime, maho shoujo, sports, slice of life, harem, and porn. And moe. Like, you look at it and it's like, what? That's so much anime. That is like a vast majority of it. That's a vast majority of it. School series, like that, you know, any. God. Colorful the movie or colorful the TV series? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm just reading it again. Yeah, this fucking quote. Has less robot action and more attempt at plot and character, cobbling together bits of plot from more famous robot series and ignoring the fact that this should be a robot show for people who don't like the politics of in Gundam. So fans of Super Robot Wars hate Gundam for the politics? Like, what are they even trying to say with this? You know who'd go viral with this, like, you know, quoting and like tearing this article apart? You know, it's the one Super Robot War fanboy. He just has this like this D1 something something. He has a lot of like numbers in his username. I hate whenever they go, if you're into blank, then I guess check it out. Because it makes it sound like something I should be ashamed for enjoying, like highlighting its shallowness. They don't like anything made for children. Unless it's Miyazaki. Yeah, a lot of things not that are for children, for sure. For sure. I'm gonna write that as a trending thing. I could compile to demonstrate their contempt for these genres. Mecha, magical girl, ninjas as well. Slice of life, porn, children's shows, video games, VNs, dating sims, harems, sports. I should put sports up here. Because I just want cool robot battles? I come into an anime wanting to enjoy it, and usually when I dislike a series if it's morally bankrupt. They come into a show thinking, well, let's see if this dribble can impress me. Yes, yes, they do. Yes, they do. Okay. I think I'm done with that. Super Sonico, the animation. 2014. Life is non-stop for college students today, having to work and make a living while studying. Sonico models for pinups, plays in a band, and helps out at her grandmother's restaurant. She needs help to keep the jobs going. So when her bandmates are late for a gig, she has to start playing alone. And as a result, her life begins to change. Super Sonico started life as a mascot character created by Santa Tsuji for the Nitro Supersonic events held by game company Nitro Plus. The backstory created for her has stayed the same for the show. She's an 18-year-old college student who is also a model and vocalist guitarist for the three-girl band Fastest Speed in Space. She already had her own line of games and figures before the TV series launched and has guested in other games. The anime is brightly colored, packed with peekaboo moments and soft J-pop, but almost totally lacking in plot or character development. Did you really want character development for Super Sonico the animation? And maybe I'm being dismissive by saying that, but like, it's okay if it doesn't have plot or character development. I'm serious. It's like the Sonic picture of like, I want a game that is smaller, made by a group of people that are paid well, and I'm not kidding, with worse graphics, and I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm obviously not the biggest Naruto fan, but I wouldn't talk down to it like these guys would. You could read this as the story of a teenager's maturing into her own person. You could read it as a spoof on K-On! Or you could read it as a TNA collection for a fandom which has built to such a level that it can get a TV show greenlit. No mean achievement in cash-strapped times. Another commentary on its fans. People who like this. Or you could read it as a T&A. I never want to look at the I'll figure it out. T&A collection. Or a fandom which has built to such a level that it can get a TV show greenlit. Boy, if fandom was actually that powerful to get a TV show greenlit, you know we would have gotten Spice Up Wolf Season 3 by now, right? We would have gotten more Baccano. We would have gotten a lot more season 2s, and not so much the season 2s that you would expect. Maybe that's just our slice of fandom. It's like asking for character development from Animal Crossing. My slice of life show with no plot or character development. I do remember the Supersonico anime being really hated in 2014, but nobody really explained what exactly was so bad about it. Again, these authors are a reflection of us. Is my main takeaway here. It's very easy to be cynical about this stuff. Very easy. And safe. You know, we want to have some self-awareness that, like, oh, we know it's weird. No, you know, be preemptive about it. I'm still uncomfortable talking about anime in front of people. You know, Shapes. We are getting Spiceable. I know, but like it's a reboot and it's not out yet. Still waiting. Still waiting. But what I'm saying, even in that case with Spice and Wolf, right? It wasn't us that got that greenlit. It was a production committee that saw, okay, anniversary or whatever reason, you know, they find reasons to do this sort of, and it's not fandom. It's not the size of the, you know, the group, the power they have or something. If fandom was that powerful, every popular shoujo manga would be attempted. Yeah. Like to point out this was written by the Tenchi Muyo guy, so they missed a chance to compare it to it for the 100th time. Fandom to support is how we got Star Trek Season 3. It's easy to be cynical. It's probably about as easy to be non-cynical, too. Probably. Completists should note that the Mahou Shoujo Sonico Magica animation was simply an April Fool's prank from Nitro Plus, which released a 1-minute opening animation on a TV series website in 2011. Okay. Anyway. They didn't really give a, they said it was totally lacking in plot or character development. It sounded like an opinion or anything, I guess. I will write that down, being like, you really expected that? But also, a plot that you can sink your teeth into. Technically, there is a plot, because the plot is literally what happens in the show. She takes a shower. She gets out of the shower. She has breakfast. Like, what does she do? Clearly, she does stuff because she's a college student that plays in a band and helps out at her grandma's restaurant. You know? If fandom could get a season 2, yeah, no Game of Life. I know fandom got Skippy the dub. Yeah. Okay. Super Zugon. 1992. Garbage. I didn't learn a fucking thing. Trash. Short. This late-night mahjong anime using many of the staff from Ranma Half dredges through the cliches of sporting anime, but adds more girls in states of undress. Okay, it's 42 12-minute episodes. Could I get a character name or something? Anything? It looks like delinquents and stuff. Just looking it up. Of course, it doesn't show up on YouTube in English. Oh, look at that. They're full-length episodes. At least on this, at least on here. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, okay. So it's 21 episodes. So they list 12-minute 42 episodes, but there's 21 full-length episodes. That art style is pretty interesting. I'm happy all of it's actually like on YouTube. That's pretty good. Go. Please go. Wow, look at you. Yeah. Okay, it's not playing. It's Please. Why is this so hard? Yeah, of course a playback error occurred. Sheesh. There you go. Yeah, it's like strip mahjong. I don't know, already looking more than just that. That's a wow. Very chibi, solid default, you know, shortened deformation. Interesting. I'm already learning more about it just by fucking watching it. Imagine they do that in a new edition of Encyclopedia in the Hero Academia article. If you could snap our fingers, greenlight anything. I think this article got off to a decent start, but it's a shame they had to go shade like that. I want to know if Sonic was going to... if I could crowdfund a dub for the rest of Part 2, I would. I would imagine this series is like a Tenchi Muyo clone. Please open female heroines. Yeah. Yeah, what happens? I like the description on A-List for Super Zugon is just a story about Mahjong. Nothing else. You guys hate fun. Oh, I actually stumbled across Super Zugon recently. This is the same character designs as Get Backers. How? How is that the same designer as character? I guess a character designer. I guess that makes sense. Not the same designs. Yeah, Juji Nishimura, yeah. Aesthetic postcard shots. What are the girls in where are the girls in states of undress? I think at some point, surely at some point. I'm still kind of looking through it. This is, I feel like this is a full episode. There's no credits in the middle of this. I'd have to watch a full episode to see. There's... In the full episode, I just skipped around. It doesn't seem to be centered on a scene like that of a strip mahjong or whatever. It's obviously in the OP or something, but like it doesn't actually happen. Like she's in like it's her in like a bikini in the ED. It doesn't actually happen. Yeah, it's her in a bunny suit in the ED. It's the cover of the it's on ANN. Yeah, but like nothing else. That actually looks fun. What the fuck? Actually, seeing the show makes me want to watch it. No subscript. Apparently, it's got 2 Super Famicom games. Yeah. Anyway, trash. Useless. I'm gonna put that in short, actually. It's obviously short. Super Zugon, notable, trash. I'm assuming that's what the warning at the beginning is about. Maybe, yeah. I imagine the stripping scenes would probably be near the end of the episode, since on TV it probably not emphasized or shown. Yeah, like but I skipped to the end of the episode, and they don't have anything like that. I mean, at least not the first episode. Obviously, I didn't see the whole thing, but we'll see. I imagine that, yeah. Anyway. Okay, super book. Video Bible. 1981. It was discredited in Christian circles for the introduction of modern characters. Instead of making the original more accessible, it was more likely to confuse its young audience, who were disappointed not to find robots and time travelers in the real Bible. I'm reading the first and third simultaneously, sorry. Okay, not much different, not much to speak about. Supercar Gadiger. I watched a lot of Superbook as a kid. Favorite book, my favorite anime. Oh yeah, this is that infamous Bible anime. I legit would love if someone made a Bible anime with intentional and like scene and drama. I agree, Weird Proc, but mostly for like the dramatic pathos and the dialogue, and just like good direction, you know, like really cinematic and you know. The one Dazaki director is probably the closest. Yeah, there's a Dazaki Bible anime, but it's again for kids. And like, I don't know how much of investment he was into it. You know, there's projects where you can tell it's him, you can tell he's really into what he's doing, and others where it's just for a paycheck. 1977, Supercar Gadiger. Okay. I'm also gonna make sure I put Super Zugon in spite of their article. Because their article had nothing to it, you know? Look at the third edition. No change. Super deformed double feature. What a weird title. Tezuka started but died during production to lack finished out of respect for him. Right. Job should be an anime. I agree, John. Job would be insane. Wouldn't mind a Bible anime from a studio that wasn't just trying to use it as a conversion tool. Not saying that the existing anime are trying to do that, though the dubs might be. The thing is, Full In Man, I feel like if it was good, you and maybe other people would accuse it of being a conversion tool. Because at least a part of the messaging is a converting type of thing. Is to be like, the thing is to believe it. It's good news type of thing. Like that's kind of intrinsic to the religion. Like it's gonna come off that way, whether like no matter how effective it is in other places. It saddens me that Happy Science is better at distribution than some of these big companies. Yeah. I just would like one that doesn't dumb down the Bible for kids. Can you imagine Revelations as an anime? Yeah, right, exactly. I would love, gosh, what was it? I don't know. Did I say on stream that I was reading the Bible chronologically last year alongside One Piece? And reading Genesis and watching East Blue at the same time? I was like, oh my god, Genesis is the East Blue of the Bible. It's really funny. That's just S&T. Super Deformed Double Feature from 1988. No change. Nothing of interest. $1986.
Like, they just made another stupid comparison again. The universe created by God is not eternal, but can collapse if Satan has his way. Luckily, the forces of good are lined up to save the cosmos. This is all news to average Japanese teenager Sammy, who is chased by supernatural pursuers and escapes from them into a place beyond time. Sammy and her friends Tokyo, Silver, and Deuce must oppose the might of the evil Noah with the aid of swords, sorcery, and cybernetic battlesuits. A mixture of Alice in Wonderland and Birth? Where do they get this? How do they conjure this? What on earth? What on earth? Doesn't make any sense. It does not make sense. This does not make sense. Alright, whatever. Supernatural. As in the live, the CW show? The anime. From 2011. Thank you, Kinoko 2010. Does Wolf Range count as revolutions? I prefer the basement order. Fuck you. Wow, ANN really doesn't have some of these listed in their alphabetical list. Yeah. I bet money it's something like Birth. Wait, they actually call it Birth here? No, they call it Planet Busters. But I'm not gonna call it fucking Planet Busters. Supernatural from 2011. The main question raised by the whole project is why bother? Let them make what they want to make. Fuck it. They also have another weird comment about length. The runtime means that characters and situations have less space to develop, exposition feels rushed, and characterization is more exaggerated. You know how many episodes this has? 22! Like, yeah, it's less than a 2-core, but it's not 1 core. It's also episodic. If I'm not mistaken about Supernatural, I could be. But like, an episodic series, characters and situations have less space to develop, exposition feels rushed, and characterization is more exaggerated. Like, this is not a plot-heavy show, is it? I thought it was episodic. I could be wrong, though. Did they ever stop to think that maybe the show might be popular in Japan? Or that the producers wanted to make it? It reminds me of, Michael B. Jordan having TMS make a boxing short for his movie Creed 3, made by TMS, and he met the producer. He met the creators of Megalobox because he loved the show so much. Like, that's awesome. But it's like to cash in on something, or like, oh, why bother, right? Like, that attitude sucks balls. I I certainly scoff and kind of turn my head towards this shit. I get it. Iron Man, anime, fucking, you know, X anime, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to name, right? But like, let them make what they want to make. Who am I to discourage it? Also, it exists, so like, okay, get over it. You can be mad at like something getting announced, like a live-action Moana or something, but once it's out, it's out. Like, oh well. But even then, like, it's just stupid to get outraged at that sort of thing, because what if it just doesn't materialize that? These things get announced so prematurely, and then nothing comes out of them. Someone to show Michael B. Jordan, I should know Joe, he would love it. Yeah, I'm sure he's aware of it. And, I don't know. That'd be nice, but we'll have to see. I wish that the actual show was available over here. Subbed. What can you do? Maybe they told him. Maybe he's like, yeah, you know this is based on Ashno Joe, right? You should watch that. You should definitely watch that. I don't know. It'd be cool if he did. But you know what else, too? I wonder if he has, but he can't necessarily say. Because, like, he'd be amazed, like, that's never been released over to the United States. How have you watched that, Michael B. Jordan? Did you pirate anime? Right? It might be a PR thing that he can't say that. This makes more sense than Disney remaking all their animated films in live action. Sure. You know, but again, it's work. It's an opportunity for an IP like The Little Mermaid to kind of be a star-making platform. You know, but then in the other case of, it's all motivations. It's all, what do you want to make this for? Joe getting a dub would be cool. I would like it, but like I know it's not going to happen because they don't have the M&Es. They already have it. There is a Joe dub. For one thing, the Almy Television. I don't know if you guys ever saw this. This is great. There was an old school. They were going to bring Joe over. Yeah.
Almy Television presents Rocky Joe, a first-run, first-rate animated action-adventure series. 65 half hours following the rise of a streetwise kid against all odds to become the greatest boxer the world has ever seen.
Anyone seen him before?
I don't believe it. The guy could stop an elephant with those hands. I've finally found you, Joe. The guy I've been looking for all these years. With your speed and your strength and your instincts, you're a cross between a wild animal and poetry in motion. But you'll never be a boxer without training, and that's why I'm here, Joe. I'm here to change you from a wild animal to the greatest boxer in the world.
His friends.
Do you mind if I ask you what your name is?
Joe, that's my name.
Joe! Wow!
His enemies.
My people tell me that you're the fellow who messed up 3 of my boys the other day.
I get it. You've come for a demonstration, right, Fatso?
Joe, would you shut up? You
His battles in the ring, and at the same time, his internal battle between what is right and what is wrong.
Listen, don't waste your life stealing from candy stores. You know, you're lucky I'm not a policeman, or I would toss you right in jail.
Not just comedy, not just adventure. Rocky Joe is a world champion who will prove himself to your audiences.
The kid's incredible. He's out of this world.
Almy Television now brings Rocky Joe to you. Don't tell yourself you could have been a contender. Be a winner. Go for it. It's one animated knockout that has proven itself a real heavyweight. Rocky Joe. Available from Almy Television.
But then I think they realized that he goes to jail very early, so they stopped. Apparently, they only did like a couple episodes. And they're like, oh, this kid's evil. Yeah. Is this from the movie? Or okay, wait.
Oh yes, just
okay. It's just the English. Sorry, I'll put the music back on.
I love that both voices for Joe and Dompe in that short. Bangers. Actually good. I was just thinking watching that short. It's kind of dumb, but I wonder if it's possible to take those samples of their voices and put it in AI, and then you would just be able to like dub the show that way with using those voices. I don't think it would be good, but like that's what I was thinking about, like English dubs. It's simply not financially feasible anymore to dub old media. It's just not. If it's a short, if it's 6 episodes, if it's a movie, go for it. If they allow you to, if they really think it's worth it or whatever. Like there's some things where it's, yeah, we can find the budget to do this because it's Cutie Honey, right? We dub Discotheque, producer dub particular. It's Gunbuster. Of course we can do we have the M&Es, and those sorts of economic decisions because dubs are expensive to make. But like hell no to a fucking 50 episode show. 20 episodes. Anymore. No more. No way. It's done. You may as well remake it at this point. Gotta be a remake. Then you might get a dub. Maybe. But like, that sucks off. That sucks. That just, I was trying to say balls and ass and it just came out as os. Is this why that guy said it was a ripoff of Rocky? Even though I don't know. Just that I grew up during a time when American TV wasn't afraid to show uncut anime. I think I tried finding Surfside at high school and could never find it. Damn. I just attended a panel at my local anime con of the weekend about dubs and time forgot that would have fit right into the panel. Yeah. Voices are pretty good, the direction's off. Yeah. That can go well over time. I do wonder when the IO got good enough to clean voices or for shows without M&Es. Wonder how Saint Seiya got its new dub. It's pretty long. I'm pretty sure they just they just produced it originally. Like that's like from that's like an old dub. It's not like I don't think it's a new dub. Maybe it's a new dub. That'd be insane. In which case they're just okay. It's expensive, but go for it, chief. They really want it to go big. Or all right. It's probably because the show is so huge overseas. Yeah, in other countries. Not here. Anywho. Okay, Surfside High School, 1999. Okay. No change. Survival in the Office. The panel was presented by Mike Toole of all people. Yeah. Mike was very nice to attend my panel at Anime Boston. He's really cool. Really great guy. 1990, Survival in the Office. Okay. Alrighty. Not much to that one. No porn so far. Just noticed. No Man's Planet. playing like a reversioning of Lost in Space, or if you prefer, a foreshadowing of Lost in Space. Okay. This series even has its own man you love to hate in the form of the clever but selfish school dreamboat Howard. Some may also detect a few parallels with They Were 11. This sounds good. Sounds like fun. Now I'm interested in... Wait a minute, I know this one. Yeah, Walks They Survive? Yeah, I've been meaning to watch this one. I've been meaning to watch that one anyway. Yes, I've heard of it before, but okay, I'll give it to them. Fine. Survival. Uninhabited planet survive. This sounds like fun. Yeah, Uninhabited Planet Survive. 2 episodes. Been meaning to watch it. I feel like the recent Saint Seiya live action will end up feeling one of those fever dreams for kids growing up today where they vaguely remember it. Maybe. Yeah, he had a couple panels this year. I missed the Sushi Nomori panel though. I was wondering with Clear Card getting a dub, a new sequel coming, if they might consider possibly redubbing the original. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like they could redub the OG Shaman King just to tie it in the new series. They did dub it though, didn't they? Because it was a Netflix thing, they definitely dubbed it. The new one? Yeah, I remember they were able to recast pretty much everybody in the same roles, except for a few people. I'm just going off secondhand sources. The uncut W speak up was by Animax. Okay. Anyway. So Susie and Marvy. 1999. Okay, sounds cute. It's 104 4-minute episodes. Okay, let's just say there. Toshimitsu Suzuki. It's just mostly talking about Art Nick that he was involved with. I think he founded Toshio Suzuki. Born in Nagoya, Suzuki found employment at the publisher Tokuma Shoten shortly after graduating in literature from Keio University, where at age 18, he read Akiyuki Nosaka's novella of Grave with the Fireflies and resolved one day to make a movie of it. After initial work on the magazine Asashi Geino, he became the editor of Animage magazine in 1978, in which capacity he commissioned Hayao Miyazaki's manga version of what was then a failed movie pitch, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. After assuring Miyazaki that he would not turn it into an anime, Suzuki subsequently talked his friend around. Suzuki is also credited with gaining a decent distribution deal for My Neighbor Totoro by ensuring that it was on a double bill with Grave of the Fireflies and could thereby piggyback on educational screenings for schools. Formally joining Studio Ghibli in 1991, Suzuki produced many movies for the company, as well as Ghost in the Shell: Innocence for Mamoru Oshii, joining it in mid-production at the same time as he was producing Howl's Moving Castle. Suzuki is also believed to be the author of the stern non-interference policy that prevented Buena Vista from boulderizing Ghibli movies for an American audience, famously sending a sword to his fellow producer Harvey Weinstein with the message attached, "No cuts." A shrewd I don't know why they didn't mention their history with Nausicaa, because obviously Suzuki would be familiar with that property and how it was brought over to the West as Warriors of the Wind, and it was cut in two ways. It was literally cut, like they cut 30 minutes out of the movie, but it was also cut on the sides because it was for Square TV screens, just a straight to video release. So they just cut the thing in half in on left and right. A shrewd manipulator of the media, Suzuki often presented himself with some degree of truth as the no-nonsense manager who reined in the flightier ideas of the other creatives at the studio, but also as the sharp thinker who could cut through the thorny problems of pride and preconception at Ghibli. The decision to hire Goro Miyazaki, the famous director's son, to helm Tales of Earthsea can be largely be laid at Suzuki's feet. Like, blame him or something? A weird way to put it. In terms of the studio's peak era around Spirited Away and its managed decline in the subsequent decade, Suzuki should be regarded as just as important a figure as Miyazaki and Isao Takahata themselves. He announced his official retirement from producing in 2013, although he immediately moved into a new role as the studio's general manager, reflecting the increasing importance to Ghibli's bottom line of legacy and events above the creation of new films post-Miyazaki. Does that mean did he, I assume he actually did get out of retirement of producing once Miyazaki did, right? I would assume that's the case, because I feel like Suzuki's been the one reporting on progress for that movie. I don't know. In doing so, he arguably recognized that his recurring project over the preceding decade to nurture a successor to Miyazaki had failed, but not for want of trying. Love the no-cut story. I'm not sure if that sword story is even real. There have been conflicting accounts on that part. Someone did tell them no cuts, but no one remembers if a sword was sent or not. It's a cool story, though. For sure. Yeah. What was I thinking? I was thinking that wasn't the Ghibli... How Do You Live? Wasn't How Do You Live supposed to come out in July? Like 2 months from now? Wasn't that supposed to happen? I'm just gonna look on Twitter real quick. I could also ask Steven because he's been following it pretty close. Yeah. I'm just looking for... Let me do some news. Runtime revealed 10 hours ago. Highly anticipated film. World of Real reports the How Do You Live runtime. I don't know if this is real or not. It's set for 125 minutes. So it's the 4th longest film of Ghibli. It's just about the same length as Wind Rises. for Princess Mononoke is 133 and Kaguya is 137. I thought Kaguya was longer than that. I'm not gonna lie. It's currently it's set to release on July 14th, 2023. July 14th, 2023, with no release information available internationally as of yet. What's going on? Yeah, Cinema Daily US reported it. 3 weeks ago it was just a think piece. Yeah, they did set it for 2023 as of December 2022. No plans for festivals. World of Real reported that as well. Yeah, Wiki says July 14th from Toho's site. Oh my god. Honestly, though, they don't need to hype it. That's the thing. That's the fucking scary thing. It's just like Tears of the Kingdom. It's just like Tears of the Kingdom, actually, because we didn't know shit about that fucking game until they were like, wait, they don't know anything. And then Aonuma did the 10-minute gameplay thing, and they're like, oh, now we know. Okay, now we understand. And then they still didn't tell us everything until the game released. I thought their plan was just to have no marketing or like really minimal press. Back when it was early in production and they don't want to put a release date on it. It made sense they didn't want to put a release date on it because it was just sort of like, we don't know how long it's going to take. Because it's this very uncertain circumstances and obviously pandemic. Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah. I'm perfectly fine if they shadow drop it and it's just like, oh my god. Which is the next step from Ridge Rises, which was the first film they delayed. Wow. Susie Zhu from 2011. Okay. Swallowtail Inn from 2003. Very intense. Pretty visuals are unfortunately often marred by off-model characters, as well as a varying level of detail, but a resemblance to the female lead in Ayori Aoshi may interest connoisseurs of the genre. For us, it's sadly refreshing to find a porn anime where most of the sex is between consenting adults. It's a Discovery series. I will just... mixed. Sadly refreshing to find sex is between consenting adults. Pretty visuals are unfortunately often marred by off-model characters. Tears of the Kingdom was great, though I'm still in the first section of the game. Oh my god. I want to see it. I've read the whole book it's loosely based on. They even talked about the movie and the edition I read at school. Holy shit. Holy shit. Weird Proc, as someone who's read the book, what would you... The thing that I'm most interested in about this movie is that this is the first movie that Miyazaki has made start to finish.
I think, start to finish. But even just in general, has finished anything. Since his rival and best friend, Isao Takahata, passed away. And Yasuo Otsuka also passed away during the making of this movie. He's very alone now in terms of, I mean, he still has his wife, I think. But, and of course Suzuki and Anos are still around. But, like, you know, his mentor and his best friend are gone. You know? How that affects his storytelling and his movie making is going to be really interesting to me. And I don't know if the material, what I'm asking is, like, I don't know how the material is going to reflect that. If at all, I don't know. But that's what's really going to be a point of interest for me. I think he's gonna kill it. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be an incredible movie. You should have this music played during the not good segments of Digest. Oh, Rags made me and another friend watch Swallowtail, and it was interesting. Jimbo directed it. Oh, thank you, Kinoko. 30 done. I don't really remember the sex, and I just remember the sushi. Well, I never thought I'd actually agree with them on something. I'll be going for the night. Thank you, Kinoko, for so much. Good to see you. Sad. Yeah, I don't... It's going to be insane. I just think there's going to be something about it. Just the subtleties, even in Wind Rises, of his reflections as himself, as a creator, with Jiro. Just knowing that, like, How Do You Live has a similar kind of thing going on. It's like, oh, no. Oh, no. It's gonna be insane, bro. Swan Lake. In a backhanded compliment to its artistic merits, 2,500 cells were stolen during production. Like, confusing, but okay. Whatever. Sweet Blue Flowers. 2009. The anime didn't do well enough on DVD to get a second season. But they're positive about it. First positive of the fucking night. Sweet Home, 2011. Okay. Not much to that one. Sweet Mint. I keep thinking about that early quote Miyazaki said about why he's making another movie in dedication to one of his grandchildren, and yeah, considering how he's outlived so many people in his career, yeah, it's gonna be special. Yeah, this part of the noise block, which was really short-lived on Fuji TV. Oh, that's too bad. Sweet Mint, 1990. Another magical girl series whose sweet heroine has a cute little bluebird as her magical friend and uses a magic compact, harking back to Secret Ako-chan,
that transforms into anything she needs. But that's different. That is also see, Ako-chan is the play. Ako-chan is the thing to compare this to. Yes, but I just saw a fucking article like next to this. I'm like, are you kidding me? I think that's the shortest article I've ever seen. Anyway, but that's different because the compact in Ako-chan disguises herself, but in this, the object is what transforms her into anything she needs. The compact is a gift from grandmother Herb. When 12-year-old Mint opens the lid, the design of a crossbow engraved there actually turns into a bow whose arrow is tipped with a crystal heart. When she fires the arrow, the streaks of light from its facets transform her into a magical angel. From the studio that brought you Gigi, so it's an Ashipro. That Gigi is Minky Momo. Mint has a similar origin. She is really a princess from the land of magic, sent to Earth to bring happiness to humans. So that's more like Sally. What are they doing? I can't believe it. They literally just mixed. Oh, this is like because of the compact? But she's a fucking alien. That is literally Sally the Witch. But she doesn't bring. Obviously, Sally is not there to bring happiness to humans or anything. But like her carrying out a certain mission and stuff. Oh, for fuck. It's kind of a sister block to Noitamina. Wow. That's a good lineup. Michiko Hasuke, Risuro, Paradiso, and Aoi Hana? God damn! Another Magic Girl series. Isn't this one of Fiero Magic Girl shows? No, it's an Ashi Pro. It's Minky Momo and, it's Minky Momo, Sweet Mint, and let's see what else. Did I? There we go. Hibiyasahi. Nope. I'm sorry. That's still Toei. Yeah. So Ashi Pro Thursday at 6 p.m. they had Minky Momo, and then then Mondays at 6, 1989 they ran Idol Eriko, and then Idol Yoko after that. And at the same time as Idol Yoko, Ashi Pro did Maho Sweet Mint, which is this show, Sweet Mint. At the same time as that, in 1990. And then 1992 was Mahotsukai Maribel. So it's an Ashi Pro. All these magical girls are the same. Can't even get the basic premises right. The one show you could compare to Sally the Witch and they don't, but they'll call everything else in the vein Sally the Witch when they aren't. No, that's the thing. It's like they're totally mixed up. I'm gonna put like Sweet Mint right next to it as like a carrot. Another magical girl series uses a magic compact harking back to Ako-chan. She is really a princess from the land of magic. So like Sally? Damn it. Sweet spot. Look at this. Look at this. These amusing adventures of a golf-crazy office lady was based on a manga from Weekly 45 minutes. Like, I understand it's 45 minutes, but, like, that's it? Also directed by Gisaburo Sugi. That's a group tack anime. Look at the art style of this. This is really interesting. Maybe it's in here somewhere. Awesome! This looks really cool! Oh, look at that background. That was really cool. Look at that. This looks like so much fucking fun. Amusing. Get fucked. Like, it doesn't seem to function a similar way. Like, I'm angry. I don't get much information. Maybe I wouldn't have been interested if they actually gave me more information. I have no idea. The one show you could compare to Sally, which I'm the lead translator for Sweet Myth Fan Sub. If you got any questions, thank you, Mia. Good to see you. I mean, you know, good to hear that you're the lead translator on that. That's awesome. I guess how far along are you guys on Sweetman? Sweetman is 47 episodes. Ran nearly a year there. Batter Golf Crazy, I must check it out. Birdie Wing's ancestor. Oh, I've seen this before. This is another one Rag streams with us. Oh boy, Sweet Valerian. I remember the main girl of Sweet Box being fun. Yeah. That seems like a good time. Anywho. Sweet Valerian. Stress is a killer in Japan. Which has a specific word for working oneself to death, karoshi. They actually give you a definition of karoshi. Let me put it in the other. Hold on. Trends. Only confirms our long-held view that whatever clamp are on, we'd like some. Oh, in terms of drugs, I guess. They were positive about this one. It does seem like fun. They got these 3 girls. They're fighting these stress monsters or something. And it enables them to transform into sweet Valerian defenders of justice in the form of prettily costumed fluffy bunnies, thereby obviating the need for them to have cute mascot sidekicks, since they are their own mascot animals. Aww. And this doesn't even look like Clamp, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't have I guess yeah, you know what? The more I look at that, the main bunny there, that does remind me of the bunny in Chobits, or like the kind of a weird looking character in Chobits from the ED. Nakayoshi. This does seem cute. It is a bit subbed. That's cool. It's also a good Clamp, I guess. Sheesh, Annie List! Well, I don't know if that's the... That seems cute and fun. Positive. '60s vibe. Whatever Clamp are on, we'd like some. I love this track so much. Released 18 episodes so far. That's still good progress. That's great to hear. Ah. Okay, Swimmy, 1991. Okay, we're on the last page of S. Oh my gosh. Obviously there's more in the 3rd edition, but SW's... That's close. Swing Out Sisters from 2011. The color designs is fresh and pretty, but there's little else to recommend this silly story porn manga. Alright, next. I don't either. Shaves was just searching Sweet Valerian on Google Images and saw the image come up. Right. Swiss Family Robinson. Never has been adapted for TV and film many times before, but rarely with such charm. Moments of real beauty owing much to Mashioka's backgrounds. Yeah, positive about a World Masterpiece Theater show. Check the first edition. No change. Switch. Nintendo Switch. I think this was the first World Masterpiece Theater I watched. Awesome. I do want to. I actually, I'm gonna put. I'm now interested because I did read the book. So I'm pretty sure I read the book. And I really liked it. So. And I'm putting that as like now like haven't heard before because like I never really made that like it's never been on my radar that specific game. I've probably known it exists, but whatever. Switch from 2008. That's a positive. I'm also now interested in that. This short series, it's two 30-minute episodes. It's packs a lot of action and some character development into its runtime. The overall design, art style, and color palette are strongly influenced by Death Note, along with the music and darkness of the plot. But the show's cleanly executed plot twists and interesting central relationship make it more than just a copycat. Cleanly executed plot twists and interesting central relationship make it more than just a Death Note copycat. It's crazy how many series I'm watching that I'm interested in. Yeah, I can kind of see some similarity to Death Note, I guess. Sure. 13 volumes. Wow. Okay, wow. Designs are very different. Sheesh, very little information about it. That's cool. Read the premise, sounds cool. How are we doing? Pretty good, Annaliso. We're almost done. And you're just in time for Sword Art Online. Yay!
In 2022, a popular online game enables players to control avatars in a virtual world, a giant floating castle, and a wilderness in which they have to progress to higher and higher floors, fighting medieval villains. Kind of an awkward wording of that, but fair enough. Hey, full minute. When you say "buckle up, everyone," that's when it's going to be okay. I appreciate you saying that because usually it's always when they blindside you. They never give you the wacky ones where you expect them. So switch the spirit successor to top and bottom. So how much of it will be the same bashing? I don't know. Maybe no bashing at all. Famous last words. But Sword Art Online has a sinister twist. Players find themselves unable to log out, held captive by the game's creator unless they can defeat progressively more powerful bosses on 100 levels. And if they die in the game, they die in real life. They said it! They said it in the encyclopedia. They actually worded it that way. How about you be like, the device that they're attached to fries their brain and they'll die, you know? But they literally said they'll die in the game, they'll die in real life. I guess it's catchy enough. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that is the premise. It's just funny. The game's creator wants the usual real-world stuff. Honey. It says power and money. Is it punny? Okay. Power, money, and getting the girl. All to be achieved by messing with teenagers' heads until, like hero Kirito, they question if they are truly themselves or simple artificial constructs. Wait, the game's creator? The game's creator wants the usual real-world stuff. Power, money, and getting the girl. What? Huh? All to be achieved by messing with teenagers' heads until, like hero Kirito, they question if they are truly themselves or simply artificial constructs. They said the line, guys. Whoops, didn't mean for a question mark. I don't know if SEO would go that deep. Heavy on very pretty art and battle sequences, and tediously light on story and character development. No, actually not. I do not like SAO. I do not like it as Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. I was a day one hater. I binged this show and was furiously disappointed about its structure from like episode 3. What do you mean you just time skipped a couple months and now you're on like the 50th floor or something? What do you mean you get out of... I'm sorry for spoilers for SAO, guys. I'm so sorry. What do you mean what do you mean you get out like episode 14? You know? But like that is a plot. That is plot. And character development. I mean, I certainly don't like where it goes, development-wise. But I would say, like, you know, the characters going from, like, I'm gonna be this beater and beat the whole game or whatever, to, like, being content and settling down with your wife and child? Oh, I think that's... I would say that's character development, personally. Like, you're just talking out your ass at this, like, you know, tediously light on story, on plot, on story and character development. No, actually not. How about you just be like, I don't really like where it goes, or like, you know, actually, I don't know. I'm not an SAO fan, but I don't think that was the villain's motivation. I dropped that for episode 4, glad I can say this now without coming off as a hater. Did they ever compare this to the other author's work in Cell World? We'll find out. I'm going to read the whole thing. I had red flags on episode 1. No problem. Probably going to go check it out. it's a cool premise. Like, they're gonna go up like 100 floors, and they're trapped in this game, and they die in the game they die in real life. That's a cool premise. And they don't do it. They don't capitalize on it. And it's not until afterwards that, like, the author was literally like, oh, yeah, that would have been cool. All right, I'll just rewrite it then. Maybe I'm exaggerating, or maybe I'm not quite right, but, like, Progressive is literally supposed to just be Aincrad, and they're going through each floor. You know? Oh, wait, I can't believe I forgot the author unironically liked... Thought it would be cool to give the edgy character, like, the beater. Yeah. He's a beta tester and a cheater. He's a beater. I liked the first few episodes of SAO when I first watched it, and I thought people were kind of harsh on episode 3 at the time. The Tales of Arise DLC is the only SAO-related thing I'm interested in. Hack did this concept better. Yeah, but see, they would say that too, right, One Man? I don't know, I think that was way too slow-paced and offhand. I mean, the game, so I'm trying to be anime. Yeah, the premise is so cool, but I've heard about almost nothing but bad things about it. Aincrad, but Saber is there. Alright. God. The show is based on Reiki Kawahara's 2002 web novel series with the art by Abeck, running in Dengeki Bunko magazine since 2009. A manga version with art by Neko Neko Byo commenced in June 2013 to support the launch of the TV series in July. Although the story is nothing new, parentheses, Batum, and the concept has been used to better effect Summer Wars. No, that is not the same thing. You do not die in the game, die in real life in Summer Wars. That is a completely different dynamic. The fuck? The fuck? It caused considerable interest through its emphasis on the psychology of virtual reality and its understanding of how people completely uninterested in real-world society and economics can be deeply engaged in the same thing dressed up as a game. Did it really comment on that? Further story arcs take in a floating world and winged fairy avatars, a gun-focused game with a currency exchangeable in the real world, and a world where time can be accelerated and slowed. See Kawahara's later novel and earlier anime, Excel World. So they do mention Excel World. Unfortunately, they also play host to the swift downgrading of the female lead, Asuna, from a formidable warrior and independent character to little more than a distressed damsel in the latter half. A special compilation of the series was released online, as well as a segment in which the government sends a minister to get Kirito's opinion. New material focused on a fan service-laden additional quest in swimwear, along with the airing of a second series for TV broadcast in 2014. SAO2 animates the Phantom Bullet story arc from the original novels, set in the gun-focused game Gun Gale Online. Trapped in Virtual World is actually kind of trite a couple decades back, but now it's just so underused, except as a side isekai in SAO's Monopoly. I guess he had to call Kirito the Black Swordsman when the coolest name he could come up with was Peter. Some more was obviously just Digimon, come on. I mean, they do mention that. Just think they could have compared it to Baldur Force. They can't stop pulling comparisons out of their butts. It's not the same thing at all. I don't really think Heck and SAO are all that similar. Yeah. I forgot what was their take on Baldur Force, though. That sounds familiar. I don't really know, though. Just because they both involve a virtual world doesn't mean Summer Wars and SAO the same. Or that like Summer Wars did it. Like, you can't watch SAO and be like, oh, Summer Wars did this better. Like, how? What? People will look at you funny. I can kind of, it's not a completely out of nowhere comparison, I guess, but it's just like,
Those are not really the same thing. I think most people would sooner say, I don't think those are the same thing. Sean steals so much from SAO, obviously. See, reboot. Even in the beginning, I never thought Asuna was that cool. She's no Kagome. Asuna's alright, but I thought there was going to be more tension between her and Kirito. It resolves itself kind of quickly, probably because it skips around so much. That was my thing. That's my thing, Rogers, that it skips around way too fast and way too quick. I'm surprised they don't mention Dot Hack. I get it. Are the new SAO movies any better? I've heard mixed things. It's for people who like it. There's some people who really turned around on SAO and it's just cool and fun, you know? And that's great. Okay, so mixed, I guess. Pretty much that. And then I'll give the two things that was just the game's creator wants the usual real world stuff. Power, money, and getting the girl. Although the story is nothing new, the tomb and the concept has been used to better affect Summer Wars. Yeah. Sword for Truth, 1990. Sword for Truth oozes style and mystery with gorgeous art direction by Yukio Abe. However, the limited animation that characterizes Dazaki's direction lets it down. Though optioned by Manga Entertainment in the hope it would be another Ninja Scroll, is nowhere near as good. To add insult to injury, the anime was infamously advertised with the fiendishly inaccurate line, "Ancient feudal Japan was ruled by clans of shoguns." I guess I'll give it mixed. That's sorry, dismissal. Oozes style and mystery with gorgeous art direction. However, the limited animation that characterizes Izaki's direction lets it down. I'm just reading chat, sorry. Why do they generalize so much? I swear it's just to piss you off. Yeah, I know. Oh, Gun Gale Alternative? Yeah, it was alright. Hopefully you give Sword for Truth a go, Harple. Not really. I think I read this before. They said labeling Dazaki for this, even though I'm pretty sure Dazaki had no control over this. Dazaki ate for his limited style, but he's not known for his limited. It's not like that, you know. Like I've obviously praised him for limited animation techniques for sure, but like if you really look at his work, his best work, they're very animated. Bennett did the same thing. I remember some review where he uses Sword of Truth to criticize Dazaki. Because it makes sense. Because Sword for Truth is the only fucking thing we got. We got Sword for Truth, Go-Go, Blackjack. This is all that we got of Dazaki. We didn't get Joe. We didn't get Ace. We didn't get Remy. We didn't get Takarajima. We didn't get Onishima. We didn't get Gamba. We got nothing. I like Go-Go a lot. We didn't get Cobra. We got Little Cobra. We got his Lupin specials. I think, kind of. Wow, did Bennett contract right for the Encyclopedia? No, he's cut from the same cloth. Dude, you see? I don't mind if they hate on it, but there's a lot of interesting things to say about Sword for Truth. Yeah. I would love to hear those things, you know? And hear it from someone who was interested and passionate about that material, you know? I would not be that person. I found it very unengaging. Might as well use Enki no Terror to say Watanabe sucks, which would be stupid, by the way. No change. Sort of Musashi from 1985. This mixture of the cliches of sports anime and samurai period drama drew its inspiration from the life of Masashi Miyamoto. Sword of the Destroyer, 1992. Okay, they're a little their attitude, they don't give an opinion, but their writing voice here is really obnoxious. Heroic fantasy in the ancient kingdom of Gandia, as the fairy and human realms choose their princess of the Red Lotus, the only one who may wield the Sword of the Destroyer. Lots of talking with capital letters, as battle-made Wraithril takes on the minions of the Prince of Darkness, rather unfortunately named Rediel. I don't know, there's a little weirdness to that. I don't even think Sankyo no Terror is the bad one. That's Carol and Tuesday. Yeah. I haven't watched that one. Sankyo no Terror kind of put me off its newer work. Terror has the production, theatrics, music, and Hige-like character, so that managed to put it over the edge for me. I agree. I think I haven't rewatched Sankyo no Terror in a while, and to be honest, it's like I've never watched it because I watched it in otaku, like in an anime club, and we went through the whole thing. It just kind of ran in the background while I dicked around and talked, or wasn't really paying that much attention. I remember engaging with some episodes, but not too much. So like I actually don't. I think it'd be a fresh watch for me, but I think on a moment-to-moment basis, I'd enjoy it. It can be a decent thriller, but then you see its sympathetic terrorism isn't really deep or interesting enough for its conspiracy conclusion. Production was really rough. I didn't like most of the songs, and the story was baffling to me. Yeah. We did get the Zacchaeus Blackjack OVAs in movie, though. But didn't Ben hate those too? I think so. I don't remember, though. They was frustrating. Sword of the Stranger, 2007. Nanashi is a sword master on the run from a blood-stained past. He intends to leave his former life behind him and fight no more. Then he runs into little Kotaro, alone in the world except for his faithful dog Topimaru. Boy and dog have fled from a monastery to escape soldiers from China's Ming dynasty, as well as those of a local warlord. It appears the boy holds the key to a priceless secret, but he has no idea what it is. Among the pursuing Ming warriors is a Caucasian, Raro, whose only aim in life is to improve his sword skills. Among the defenders are ambitious men whose loyalty is negotiable. Neither Kotaro nor Nanashi is exactly what he seems. In fact, most of the characters are strangers in a strange land of bloodshed and greed. Its Chinese travelers, a nod perhaps to the seven immortals of Chinese tradition, are perpetually young but at a price. Like vampires, they have an immortality that must be recharged, junkies of an awful killing addiction that leaves them craving human blood. And in a cruel twist, only the blood of a certain child will suffice. Where Confucius once said that a great sage will arise once every few generations, this old Chinese saw is perverted and sullied, turned into a quest not for a leader or a savior or a wise king, but for a simple fix for the old twisted order. That was a lot of words. I don't really know where they were going with that. Okay. Sword of the Stranger is set at a watershed moment in both Chinese and Japanese history, when both orders were set to topple. The visitors from Ming are the last representatives ever sent to Japan by a Chinese emperor. With the fall of the Ming dynasty in 1644, China would pass into the hands of a foreign power, the Manchus. The notorious last emperor, who abdicated in 1912, was still regarded by many of his subjects as a foreign usurper. The film depicts the occupants of a Japan exhausted after a century of civil war, reduced to mere peasants scraping out a subsistence existence, thieves with little to steal, and lone swordsmen, before the rise of the Tokugawa shoguns who would rule until their decline in the 19th century. Classic chambara, Japanese swordplay movies, were made by men steeped in samurai tradition and legend. For this contemporary anime chambara, rookie director Ando also draws from the modern Hollywood tradition of a clear narrative arc and polished presentation. He takes a man with no name, a bratty kid on the run, and a dog, and merges them into a reluctant team to take on a feudal lord and the Chinese army. Sword of the Stranger says nothing new to existing fans of Japanese or Hollywood action flicks, and its characters and relationships were long established when Osamu Tezuka used them in Dororo, where this debut movie scores is in presenting everything with style and panache, and punctuating the running time with magnificently animated action scenes so superbly staged that all but the most critical audiences will be dazzled. There's no holding back as arteries spurt, limbs fly, and the body count rises. At 100 minutes, this could have grown tedious, and it's a tribute to Ando and his team that they managed to hold audience interest by balancing character and exposition with the passionate intensity of the combat scenes. Sword of the Stranger shines on the big screen, showing off epic action sequences to advantage, and it's no surprise that it has won praise at festivals across Europe and got an award in Brazil for its technical qualities. We suggest you just enjoy it for what it is. A gore fest, pure and simple. A swordplay epic sans wirework that revels in the absolute simplicity of all-out action. Okay. I'd say positive. Probably because I watched at the same time as Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill overshone everything that season, which was a shame because it killed Kyosuke and C Money's thunder. C Money was 2 years earlier. I completely misremembering my early college years. Wasn't Space Dandy also part of that season? I enjoyed that too. Technically that was Watanabe, but he said he was pretty hands-off during production. I think the fall 2013, winter 14 seasons had a lot of great shows. Zenkyo was summer. That's what I was mixing up. Kind of sad nowadays every other series is a generic isekai. Yeah, Roger, I agree with Roger. I remember hearing all the time about the decline of the anime industry in the 2010s. Hence where the name Kill la Kill Saving Anime came from. Pretty backhanded, but I've heard worse that I've shared sentiments on. There's more anime than ever. There's more isekai, but not less than other stuff. Thing is, I don't have a problem with light novel anime as long as they're interesting. I mean, everyone was still recovering from the 2008 housing crisis even globally. Also, I always think people kind of underrate the story of Sword of the Stranger. The immortality aspect is kind of interesting. You gotta look out for the other stuff in Bake. Wait, no. Thing is, I enjoy Kill la Kill, but I don't think that it's that good. I think it's fantastic. I liked it more than Gurren Lagann. I think it's my favorite. It's that or Dead Leaves that's my favorite Imaishi. Yeah. And it's out of fucking Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill, and Promare, Kill la Kill every day. Oh my god, every damn day. Sword Talk. Kiki Shikizaki, 2010. This magnificent effort has preserved both the best and worst of the original. Oh, this is kind of Katanagatari. Sword Talk? It's Katanagatari. What the fuck? God damn it. Because when they said double-length episodes, I was like, wait, Katanagatari? Nisio Isin? Katanagatari? The double-length episodes accommodate one novel's plot each, giving a satisfying, complete narrative flow. The art style is distinctive and intriguing, and the animation is carefully composed to highlight each key moment, movement, and scene, creating an unusual and satisfying aesthetic experience. It's made for TV, but the quality of the art and the stylishness of the approach merits comparison with movies such as The Sensualist. Very few shows create such impact on the small screen. On the negative side, the weekly schedule highlights the extremely formulaic nature of the plots. The weekly schedule highlights the extremely formulaic nature of the plots. You're not watching it weekly anymore. Just because it aired weekly, the weekly schedule, they're episodes at this point. You can just say that, like, you know, every episode feels the same. That's fine. Tagami and Shichika always face fierce opposition, but they always win the Sword of the Week. Yeah, that's the show. What's wrong with that? Tension and narrative surprise can come from character, and there's some of this in the developing romance between our hero and his employer, and the way that romance forces both to confront their pasts. But all the other characters are as elegantly stylized as the art, as formulaic as the gorgeous figures in a Byzantine mosaic, or the paragons of the Hakenden. This creates an emotional distance that weakens the impact of the clever final twist. The series' other problem is its talkiness. Nisi Weason's style is dialogue heavy, and in this regard, the show's fidelity to its creator is a drawback. Don't allow that to put you off. This is an excellent series. The score is superb and the style is unique, but it's lacking in heart, and that, in the end, is what makes it a beautiful loser? No, I'm putting this... I don't care if you called it excellent. You called it a beautiful loser. What the hell? You were very mixed on that. You were extremely mixed on that. Like, balanced. They're like, no, don't put this in mixed. It's really good. No. You have a lot of problems with it. I'm just gonna put, no, I'm actually just gonna put, this is an excellent series. Like, they literally say this in the same breath. This is an excellent series. The score is superb, and the style is unique, but it's lacking in heart. And that, in the end, is what makes it a beautiful loser. What the hell? Wasn't comic? Didn't this air monthly? Didn't this air monthly? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm just gonna double check Mal. Yeah, it aired from January 2010 to December 2010. No, you fool! I have to scroll up a lot, I'm sorry. Kill la Kill was more a moment in time, but I feel most of it was kind of watching talented names with the budget. Annalise, so I watched it this year. It is not of the moment. It's a great show now. Still need to check this movie out. I haven't seen it outside of soccer scenes. Are you ever making a video on Kill la Kill? Yeah, I have an idea for it. But it's, it might just be like I don't want to sink too much time into it, to be honest. I don't really want to make a big video. I don't want to make giant, huge fucking videos anymore. Not any, like, yeah, if there's something that comes along, sure. And obviously I'm making giant progress. What I want to do is, like, steer big projects to making them streams, and then the video is tight. The video is, like, really, like, has all the information, you know, but isn't, like, a fucking 2-hour epic or something. And so I had this idea for Kill la Kill, and maybe I'm able to make it short, maybe. But, like, it was sort of a thing where it's like, you could pretty much make a similar video that I did to Gurren Lagann with Kill la Kill, except I don't think it would be, I don't want to make it, I don't like making repeat videos. I don't like making the same video but a different thing. And, I shouldn't say I don't want to. And also just that, like, it's not going to have the same connection with inspiration, where, like, the show is about inspiration, and that's what made it so good. That's why it kind of bloated to being as long as it was, I think, and worth that investment in time. But I don't necessarily see that for Kill la Kill yet. But I would want to talk about Kill la Kill and its influences for sure. That was what I would be interested in. Kill la Kill, awesome. It's very good line. That's not even story. Kill la Kill is pretty man mode. I think my favorite animation might be Dead Leaves. Yeah, I like Dead Leaves a lot. It was my favorite up until Kill la Kill. My favorite Nakashima's in Rider Rocket. That's fair. I like Forze a ton. Kamen Rider Forze that he wrote. I should watch the part 2 movie of the Gurren, since that has the scene, and for some reason I've been putting it on. I would like to personally meet anyone who is actually called Katanagatari Sword Talk. Yeah. Yeah, no. There's no weekly schedule, by the way. Although I think the show switches up the formula a lot. Watch is conflict of the week. Why is it conflict of the week? Edo Rocket. Edo Rocket was mostly written by Sho Aikawa. Hey! He said the thing! Feels more like more thought on its theme. Oh, Edo Rocket was an adaptation of Nakashima's play, so it's his story more or less. What does that mean? Though I do think it's pretty hilarious when Nakashima makes an appearance in the show and drills his way out from the floor. I'm aware, but he wasn't responsible for the anime. What is this? I remember a viewer being exactly like that. This opinion makes me so confused. Are they calling it style over substance? Kind of, yeah. Schizo moment. It's almost like they hate themselves for liking this. He had every glowing art quality, but he just could never give it a compliment, so it went, it's great, it's stupid, so it sucks. What's going on? Bob, you changed your logo? You changed your channel logo? I gotta see this up close. I was just reading Katana Goddery. Look at that! Cool! Yay! I'm happy you didn't change your banner too much, though. It's a slightly similar banner. It's a good lineup too. Really good spread. But that's cool. Hell yeah! Nice new channel logo. They're hipsters that hate liking things unless other people hate it. Encyclopedia anime wrong? Say it ain't so. They're just praise the series and then say. Monthly schedule was like the most memorable thing about the show to me. I hate long episodes like that, but there aren't too many other series like that I can think of. Katana Goddery's monthly anime schedule is true to the release of the novels because Nisio released a volume every month. Wow. So of course I binge all of them in one weekend in college. Just cracking his books out. He still kind of is with his output. Funny enough, Nakashima probably enjoyed working with Aikawa. They are both fascinated with historical stuff. Yeah, it made it look like a 70s anime logo. Banner's the same. Look at a new one though. That's great. Nice. That's so stupid, man. This is an excellent. Don't allow that to put it. This is an excellent series. It's great, and it's lacking in heart. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Oh, do I have? Yeah, I have to put the. Oh, I have to put it some. It was not weak. Yeah. The weekly schedule highlights the extremely formulaic nature of the plots. It wasn't released weekly, though. Yeah, it's just a review other than that. Weird. Alright, Symphogia! Symphogia! Yeah, Symphogia. Close friends from 2012. Close friends Tsubasa Kazunari and Kanade Amo are a singing duo known as Zweiwing. They are drawn into a battle against alien invaders known as the Noise, who kill humans by turning them into carbon dust on contact. Piloting huge mecha and using music to activate weaponry known as relics, they are an effective fighting team until I think this is not a this is a premise thing. This is definitely a premise thing because Hibiki Tachibana is a name I'm actually familiar with. I know that's the main character. I'm almost positive that's the main character, Hibiki Tachibana. Tsubasa now views her music purely as a weapon. 2 years later, Hibiki too joins the fight against the Noise, using Kanade's old armor. Can she help to save the world while persuading Tsubasa to sing for joy again? Based on the manga by Agematsu, Kaneko and Element's Garden, this series tries to paint over its basic irrationality. Everyone knows music attracts the noise, but all the fighters attend a music high school in a major city, resulting in massive casualties. With industrial strength coatings of schoolgirl angst and schoolgirl cuteness, and lots of high sounding Germanic names for machines, weapons, and concepts. Mawkishness, fan service, mythological references, and hints of lesbian love set to music are not enough to save the show, but it was popular enough to get a second series. We regretfully assume that comparisons with Macros or Puella Magi Madoka Magica will remain unflattering. Oh. Well, I'm not too surprised there. Not too surprised there. No, that's not true. Damn, everyone spoils already. They actually hold off from spoiling Katanagatari, by the way. Yes, they did. They did. They said it has a final plot twist, but I don't know what that was. I think the manga just came out at the same time. Based on the manga! Agamotsu's the composer, by the way. That's also not how the noise work. Symphogear isn't based on a manga? Dan is the mangaka. It's a media mix project. The manga's the novelization spin-off. He's also one of the original creators, is why they got confused. I know people who love Symphogear. Pain. It's me. I love Symphogear. Annalisa literally has a Symphogear Abbey. Am I wrong? Isn't that a Symphogear Abbey? I can't click on it. I'm pretty sure that's a Symphogear Abbey. It's close. Close. I'll be the one to decide if lesbians can save a bad story. Let me handle this. Let me make the call. It's a running gag now, but how they always say something stupid every time I walk away. Don't walk away. I can't handle how often they step into shit. Yeah, it's the Kirika girl. Good lord. All right. Well, negative. They didn't say anything positive about it, and they're not really dismissive, so. Mawkishness, fan service, mythological references, and hints of lesbian love set to music are not enough to save the show. We regretfully assume that comparisons with Macros or Madoka Magica will remain unflattering. L. I have a Macros Abbey, and my comparison of Symphogear and Macros is that they're both good. I mean, they're both by satellite. Also surprised they didn't make the studio connection. Oh, sorry for the miscommunication. I know Symphogear isn't based off of manga. I was referring to the Encyclopedia. They're acting good when Full Windman is around, because they know they'll get in serious trouble with him. Aw. I gotta stretch sometimes. They're good luck charms. Alright, well. That's just, guess that's it. Then keep moving on. Well. Symphony. Dream Story. Do you think they know Aoi Yuki voice both Madoka and Hibiki 1 year apart? No, I doubt they do. If they crap on Dasaki, FMA, or One Piece, you know I'll be there. I'll be... Okay, Symphony Dream Story from 1985. Oh yeah, okay. supposedly humorous. It's important, but like why mention? And also sold under the umbrella. Okay, so they actually added something. Oh, it's 4! They actually did some major revisions to this one. Three stories to 4 stories. Added synopsis of 4th story. Wait, actually, yeah, though they just kind of, yeah, and rearrange synopses. Added, sold under the umbrella title Little Mermaid series. Okay. Symphony in August. Who is the most philosophical, gifted writer and thinker figure in anime and manga? I mean, very subjective opinion, you know? People can have their takes. If you consider Kiru Mizuno to be a magical girl show, Symphogear isn't even the first statelight magical girl show without you in it. There's an AU where this is Symphony of the Night OVA. Personally, I would say Tazaki, but these guys would say Miyazaki without doubt. Philosophical, gifted writer and thinker figure. I wouldn't say, Tazaki because he's not a writer. Philosophical, I would say Oshii. Just because he really puts himself out there in terms of his ideas, you know? But if you want to do anime and manga, I mean, I think Inoue, author of Vagabond Slam Dunk, very thoughtful guy. Miyazaki, I would say, as well, as a potential. But a lot of people are very, a lot of creative people in there. Tough competition. Alright, Symphony in August from 2009. Oh. The Real World Kawashima. So this is the true story is based on the autobiography of singer-songwriter Ai Kawashima. And the Real World Kawashima would eventually contribute songs to the soundtracks of anime in One Piece and Place Promised in our early days. What'd you do for One Piece, I wonder? Ai Kawashima. Oh, she did a theme song performance for One Piece Movie 8. Okay. She did the OP for Ishukan Friends. She did the OP lyrics for Tsukiga Kirei. She only did composition and lyrics, but she's not, like, performing them. She did an insert song performance for, her biography. But then, yeah, theme song performance for Movie 8 and theme song performance for Place Promised. That's cool. Oh my god, last one, I think. Yes, this is the last one. Snappy. 2001. Not in the book. not to be confused with a German cartoon character whose name romanized in the same way when moved in Japanese characters. Okay. All right. I mean, I just have the whole. This is my whole screen, really. I don't know. Put it in full screen. This. Over here or something. I just like having the chat on the sidebar now, not in the video itself. Oh my god. I can't believe we finished S. In a month. I just closed it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I just want to have this playing because it's I like this ending a lot. So what have we learned? Yeah, so I mean, this is officially a time skip. I'm not streaming for 3 months. I'm not streaming in June, July, or August. We'll be back, gosh, September. September 1st is a Friday, so I'll stream September 1st. Yeah, and so what I'm doing in these 3 months of time skip, is going through these whole notes, compiling because they're in separate articles, putting them in one list, and then start going through it again. Sometimes, attributing the putting it in categories of just like how am I going to structure and format this video and get the video started. It is going to be a scripted video, but I'm picturing myself being on screen, maybe even like this, actually. That's possible. But I was sort of thinking like I wanted to redecorate my room, restructure my room a little bit instead of these fucking volumes of like Blu-rays and shit. But I still have to like figure that out. I'm gonna get new posters, or I don't know. I just want to do other stuff. But yeah, but it would be filming myself like this, probably going through the book, quotes and stuff, but like yeah, very much montage of like quotes. I don't know how long it'll be, probably 30 minutes most. I don't want to make it too long, but that's the thing. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know, maybe do some kind of compilation or something. Yeah, I'm sorry it's loud. I just really like this soundtrack. I'll put it like this. Yeah. Do you think they unironically believe that Miyazaki thinks anime was a mistake meme? Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to speak for them really. I miss you guys, oh well. Alright, as well. Put money on that. What are you doing in this last few minutes? So Bob, I finished S. I just completely finished the S section. It's over 400. It was the biggest entry in the Encyclopedia. I think T might be actually just as big. I actually don't know for sure. But I finished that in 1 month. So this is going to be a start of a time skip. I'm not going to be streaming for 3 months. And during that time, ideally, I'm going to be writing everything. And basically compiling, putting it into categories. Here's all the evidence of the things I'm saying about that this book does. And the mistakes that it makes. But of course, also, I think the real gem, I did spoil a video like this, but like the kind of the shining one thing I'm really happy and I'm grateful for. Obviously, I love this experience of,
learning about this stuff and of what to not, what's not to do. Obviously the experience of streaming has been fantastic, and that's reward enough. But really, the gem has been this list that I've been making of the now interested in titles of stuff I've never heard of before, would have never seen otherwise. If I looked at it on Mal, I don't know if I'd be as interested, but in the context of this book and then seeing some clips of it and everything like that, or just reading their synopsis and everything, it has made me more interested in more anime. And that is kind of a reward in and of itself. As someone who is so iceberg level as to read an entire fucking anime encyclopedia. I'm still learning stuff. And we're all learning stuff. They're still learning stuff. That's what you want to hear and see. And maintain a passion for this stuff. As they say in this very book. Blu-rays are stacked. We got a special sneak preview. Time skip arc. Yeah, even with the hate, just having tons of obscure names out there is nice to see. Training with Rayleigh. Yeah. See you in 2 years! Yeah. 3D2Y. Fuck yeah. That was... I knew about 3D2Y, but, I didn't know that was how... the reason for it, and, the way he, the way Luffy does that was amazing. God, I love One Piece. I was watching Alan Z watch Marineford, so we were rewatching some of those episodes. Awesome. Same, getting new anime to watch from this. That's the thing. That's the best reward, I think. But also what I think I may have voiced it on stream before, but doing this more and more has made me really want a resource that is better than Mal. Or A&M. So they're good resources for lists of names, but I really want an understanding of what these shows are like and where they're coming, what do they make, who made them and the context. Having names is one thing, but then I have to go into those names and try to piece together a narrative or something. And what really sells me on a show is fucking screen caps. Seeing what it's like, actually getting evidence of it. You don't have to tell the plot. I don't really need to know what it's about. I mean, sure, that's nice to know in some instances, and you can set some expectations and know what to expect. But what I really want is just show it to me. And that's what I've really liked about YouTube videos and what Bob has been doing. It just shows the show. He's talking about it, of course, and he's reviewing it, but he's also demonstrating it for you and giving you clips and giving you certain things that happen in it that are, there are details. Stuff like my Ninku video, I think, is a really good example of what is the show's deal. Manga Sekai, the video I just put out about Madhouse's anime, the Manga Sekai video, something like that you just get it and you're exposed to it. You're seeing all the visuals and stuff, and you're not just reading about it, and you don't just have it represented by one JPEG on Mal. You know what I mean? Or hearsay. That's what I want. I want a resource like that has it in those terms, for as many anime as possible. And there's some anime that don't necessarily need that because they're already so popular. You don't need that for One Piece. You don't need that for Steins Gate. You don't need that for Spice and Wolf. But you really need it for some of these other titles that no one knows about, that have less than 5,000 members on Mal, less than 10,000 members on Mal, less than 50,000 members on Mal. But even some of these other series like Tenchi Muyo probably deserves to actually get some actual remove the notorious aspect of it. There's some series like that are just kind of steeped in their own notoriety. I'd be fine to look at them from a different angle. I would like that as well. Japanese Wikipedia is the closest thing, but then Japanese Wikipedia doesn't have visuals. It doesn't have screen caps. It doesn't have video. Actual explanation, right? But hopefully one without blatant bias, right? Or people that care about it, people that actually will give it a fucking shot. And here's the thing, there is some anime that it's very hard to do that for. Very hard to do. I would be pressed to find someone who would champion Manga for Asado, which is the series that that Dax made before Manga Sekai. I think it's good to bring that up and like I talk about it in kind of a not a great way, not a, you know, in a way that's like, look, this is just content production, and it's meant to be a point of contrast with Manga Sekai. But like, I would still want it to have some respect, and it's like I would want someone to talk about that in a respectful way, and like, here's this story, and I think this is interesting from this guy, and you know, and here's the people that made it, and like, that's welcome. That's what I want to see. You know, I would want that for most everything. It sounds like what you want is basically DNDB, but for anime because it has screen caps. Sure. Screen caps is certainly one aspect I want, but not just that. You know? Might be nice, yeah. Need an obscure series from famous creators, need more love. That'd be cool. I think there's a Looney Tunes book like that for every Golden Era short to pick. We should be discussing the achievements of the writer of Tenchi Muyo rather than just the show itself. The guy has a lot of great shows in himself. Yeah, like an actual encyclopedia. Yeah. Here's the thing. They can't make that in an official capacity. These guys are by the book. These guys are able to write about this stuff, but the, you know, usage for the Astro Boy image, the clearance for all these little images they use in the first edition, like that, and like that. But the weird thing is, right, this is in black and white, which I get. I know why it's in blue, of course. But then they're also out of order and they're kind of random, you know. And also, this is not a great representation of Monster Rancher. Like, look at it. Look at this. Like, you don't really get a sense of the art direction or the backgrounds. I'm sorry, you can't really see. It's blurry. God damn it. But you see that, right? It's just it's like an action shot. But you don't see the backgrounds. It's kind of in the middle of an action or something. I don't know if that's the main character or not. It might be. It probably is. But you know, something that's like more representative. This is a good art image. But then they don't even give any description for it over here. This is interesting, right? Like, that's like official art cover for Baby and Me. And then there's just the two characters, and then see this article entry. And it's not even in... It's in B, so it's in Baby and Me. So it's at least close. A little close to where it's supposed to be. But you know what I mean? It's difficult. I mean, he wrote crap too, but more good than bad. I also wish Mal had a tag system. Maybe it actually has one, but they're kind of limited. Yeah. And obviously this is a lot of work. And obviously this is like ridiculous amount of work. And it would require not just one person. The other video that's about the Anime Encyclopedia and how it's a weird book, you know, they talk about how it's just kind of a fool's errand to write this with just two people. With a couple people like proofreading it and maybe submitting some articles of their own, but like that's pretty much it. You know, like it's really just the two of them, and at the end of the day, it's their names on the book, so they are co-signing on everything that's written in here. These pictures were fine for 2001, but they're very dated now. I mean, the whole book's dated, obviously. Like, print is just not what I'm looking for. You can't be doing this in an official capacity. Someone gave me this encyclopedia years ago, and I just donated it because it lacked on visuals. Felt it was redundant compared to Mal, so if it included better images, it would be more appealing. Yeah, and obviously it's hard to do that with licensing and clearance. If any adaptation from literature would be to animated, what work would that be? If you ever read James Joyce's last book, that'd definitely be my choice. If any adaptation from literature you'd want to be animated, Far from the Madding Crowd. I love that book. And I was... Like, it's one of the last books I ever read to completion because the whole time I was just mauling at the fact that I couldn't watch it. And there was a movie that came out very recently. That was a live-action movie. And it was good. It was good. But it wasn't animated.
And when things are, I don't know, I know the capabilities of animation. You know, I would love that. Tom Hardy's stuff in general. Thomas Hardy, yeah, that's his name. He did Far From the Madding Crowd, Return of the Native, Test of the D'Urbervilles, and Mayor of Casterbridge. Is that it? Pulled that out of my butt. The problem with Mal is it takes forever to update, and they always end up rejecting my staff submissions anyway. They'll do weird stuff like only accept series composition but reject script. Wouldn't images fall under fair use though? I don't know about fair use, because you're not commenting on the actual visuals themselves, unless you do. You know what I mean? But I'm not necessarily. I don't even say like you need to be commenting on certain visuals. I think you just need to show them, which is what you do. But you're not necessarily commenting on them. I don't know. It's all fair use thing is all. And also, we're talking about Japan in anime. They're very protective of this stuff, so it's like I wouldn't be suggesting this in it would be. I wouldn't suggest this as an official capacity. I'm surprised Mal can even exist in any official capacity, with like run by an actual owner and founder and stuff, and like, you know, because even the official covers and stuff. There was a Tolkien book that's considered unadaptable in live action. Animation would be a perfect medium for it. That's Silmarillion? Maybe. I was gonna go off stream a while ago, but because you know I wanted to have that music thing, but then I streamed for like 15 minutes now since I was gonna end it. They probably would, but remember the book is inherently a commercial endeavor. That's what I mean. It's primarily a commercial endeavor. That's the thing. I agree. They'd probably. I think they would include more images if they were able to. All right, I'm ending this on this stream on this track. I don't care if it's a repeat, if I've already done it twice or 4 times, whatever. But I like this track a lot. Well, thank you guys so much for being a part of this journey. Hopefully, I do what I'm saying I'm doing. You know, the summer could really burn me out. I have no idea. I don't know what's gonna happen. Can't tell, but I'm encouraged. I do have videos in mind for June, July, and August for the main channel. One of them is already recorded and in the process of being made. Already, the footage is already ready to go, and it's on the process. It could be made pretty quickly. Just a matter of when and how, and if I have time. And during this next couple weeks, I'm going to be capturing footage, hopefully a little, and playing the game, because I do want to make a Tears of the Kingdom video, talking about it in its relation to Ghibli movies, Miyazaki, particularly Mononoke, Castle in the Sky, and Nausicaa. And then August, my intention is to do Crayon Shin-chan. I have the game, which I'd also record some footage. I know how to do it on the Switch Lite. Minimally. And then you know, talking about the first 10 movies. The first 10 movies being very Kino, apparently. I've seen the movie 9 and it's amazing, so I'm wanting to watch the rest of it and check it out. So just a video about that. That's kind of the idea. But then we'll be back to streaming September 1st. Thank you guys so much for checking it, being in these streams. Until next time, I was considering doing something similar for the 60s, but with checks, so maybe copyrights, too much red tape, the ask for forgiveness, permission might not work. Published. Yeah, no, don't do it. We sad to see your stream for 3 months. Thanks for the stream. Sayonara in 3 months. Take care. You guys have a good one. All right, guys. Yep.